Previously on Surviving Sliptopia.
It updates the block next to that piston, and we get a little wee lava blade. Like so. So yeah, something more like Dead Space or something like that. And I don't want to be a copy McCopperton, but I do want to do something that's going to be a fun game that I can do a Let's Play on that's a little bit easier to do the EPs for. I'm going to play Ultimate Frisbee on Sunday, and a buddy of mine uses this term, and I'm going to steal it from him, but I pretty much was born without my sports gene. What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and I've been doing this for 2 hours. What time is it? I don't know, an hour and a half or so. Yeah, so just making the snow, hanging out by the bottom of the snowman, making the snow. I like how it's like. So, yeah, I was hanging out here making some snow. I think I'm kind of done for now. I think I've made the snow that I want to make. I was sitting here doing this, and then I just kind of was like thinking, because I wanted to get this done, so I'm using snow in the slime farm, and I wanted to get this done, get a bunch of snow, because I'm going to build out of snow in there. And then as I was doing it, I was like, I should record. So I got, this is what I got. I'm kind of running out of shovels. I've been putting the dead ones in here to use to unenchant stuff and things. And then while I was over here, I also harvested some ice. So I always get 4 stacks of ice from the ice machine, and just using the ghetto ice machine. I had a silk touch shovel out here that I accidentally used on snow, so that was great. That made a lot of sense. But yeah, I think for now we're done with snow. Just gonna put these balls in here, and gonna head back to Fortress, and we will take a look at the slime farm. All right, here we are. Back at the tunnel. So, I think I had said that I was going to go play some Ultimate Frisbee with some dudes. And I went and played today, and it was pretty interesting. I think I've told you guys before, I used to be fat, and I'm not fat anymore. Well, I'm less fat than I was. I'm more healthy of a person. But I went and did that, and we played for about, I don't know, about 2.5 hours. It's intense. Like, there's exercise-wise, there's a lot of running going on. That looks really great. We'll talk more about it. But pretty intense, and did a lot of running. Hurt my fingers. I catching that frisbee as it's whizzing by is kind of you have to be careful. And I caught a couple frisbees incorrectly, and I'm gonna have some bruised fingers. But this is just a temporary top to what we have going on, and I think that will go down right now. I have everything that I need for the moment, I think. You know what? Let me just grab some stuff from the Amborium while we're here. Just because I know I'm going to need it. I'll put this back in, one of those, and like that. And, what else are we going to need? We got the snow. I got the jack-o'-lanterns. Oh yeah, I need some of these. I'm half slabbing out the floors. I don't want any spawns in there. Oh, and some glass. Glass. Good. And probably more snow. Alright. So for now, the kind of temporary entrance, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I just figured I'd do something like this. And this is a little different of a build, but I decided to use some snow in it. I wanted to make it functional and also pretty. So this is what each area is going to look like. You better not. Get out of here. And I had to make some changes, so I haven't wired it up yet, and obviously some of the half slabs will have to probably get moved in order for stuff and things to work the correct way. But I like the kind of look of it. I thought it was a little bit different. And then one of the things that is going to have to happen, or is kind of unfortunate, is I don't know how this happened, but this is not 16 by 16. It's 17 by 17. So what that means is that the water channels are going to be a little bit off. There will probably be a line, an X of blocks in the center, one big, where spawns may be able to happen. But I did eliminate most of the spawns that will happen in here. I will be able to eliminate most of the spawns. And it's, again, I kind of made the same mistake when I built the roads. I didn't measure as well as I thought, and pretty sure I measured right when I was down here. But yeah, so it'll still work perfectly fine. Well, I did have these in kind of an L pattern, like so. And I had to reduce that, and the reason is that once when the water turns on, if they're in the L, this water touches that water, and it creates a huge problem. So basically screws this water up. And I'm hoping that we don't have any more problems. We may have to have some different design tweaks as we get that going. But what I've got going on here is I kind of got the floor ripped out of here. Let's go ahead and head down to the bottom. And I'll show you kind of what's going on. Oh, Ender Girl! Oh my gosh. Keep sending those scouts, Penelope. I haven't got enough of your eggs yet. I'm probably taking a look at what's going on in the farm. They're probably trying to see what's going on down here. So this is kind of what we got going on down here. Now that I've changed these from the 3 wide to the 1 wide, we do have an empty air block right here. I don't think it's going to cause us many problems. And what I'm going to do is do some testing. Oh, I kind of haven't shown you this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I kind of forgot to talk about this. This is the drowning trap that I ended up going with. And this is something that Woolly Creeper had showed me. Last time we had spoke, I was working on the lava blade bud switch. I really think that trying to integrate water or lava into this system, I don't want to experience that much loss, and it causes a lot of loss. And there's probably a way to get it done. I'm sure there's an effective way to do it. This is more effective, and there's much less loss this way. What I'm going to end up probably doing is most likely putting a source block in here. That eliminates the issue that I have with this. The mobs still come in here, they drowned, and they'll fall in, and then you can see here the currents are all pushing down in that area. The reason that I haven't changed this to a source block yet is because I want to wire up one of the dispenser systems and turn it on and see how it affects the water down here. So I don't want to just waste the water. But I guess I can just put some snow here. So this is kind of what I got going on down in this area. I had put these half slabs here to try to kind of stop more of the slimes from spawning outside of the spawning pads. And I went back in here for about an hour and did some more caving. I'm going to go ahead and start looking at the X-ray machine and finishing that up. But for today, one of the projects that I wanted to complete is to try to change this all over. And the beautification process is, I'll be honest with you, it's fairly intense. This is a lot of snow. And it kind of... What up, buddy? It kind of doesn't make any sense in a way. There's a realistic part of my mind that says, why would you ever spend all the time and resources to do this? You probably will never see it ever again. But I don't know. There's something in me that wants to make it look good as well. So I decided I'm going to make it look good. It's going to be a project that we do. A project to make things look good. And it is pretty fun. It's been kind of cool. I like the design. It's in keeping with the Sliptopian textureless building blocks. I have this tendency to use building blocks that have almost no texture. I thought I heard something, and it was me. I thought it was Slender. But no, I have this tendency to use blocks with very little texture. It's just something that I do. I like the clean look. And yeah, so building this stuff up. Oh yeah, one of the other things that I wanted to tell you guys. I think you saw the Saturday episode or the weekend episode, because the schedule that we have is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and one weekend day of my choosing. So for the weekend episode, I put out an episode of Slender, playing the game Slender. Now, I got a bunch of people saying that they liked it. I only had a couple people say they weren't really interested. And the people that said that they weren't super psyched about it were the reasoning wasn't because they didn't like the game. It was that, well, it was because they don't like horror and it scares them, which is understandable. I mean, I can understand that. I personally don't mind the horror genre, but I often find horror to be a bit campy, and a little bit unscary. So I think I'm going to continue with the Slender series. The videos aren't that long, but it is going to count kind of as an episode. And for now, I'll probably keep them on the weekend. Now, you guys gave me tons of good suggestions for games. Oh, crap. I don't have anything silk touchy, do I? I don't want snowballs. Oh, so yeah, that's probably going to count as the weekend, and I'm actually continuing to think about other games to do an LP on. One of the things that I kind of want to stress with the new LP is that what I want the new games to kind of do is be entertaining and things that you guys want to watch, but they also have to be things that, they make the channel better. So they're things that lots of people are interested in, and if you look back on the old videos on old Slip, which is back into the FPSs and stuff like that, the game's a little bit different. I was a little bit younger. It was a couple years ago, and I kind of wanted to take things in a little bit different direction. And I really, when I started playing Minecraft, loved Minecraft so much that I just wasn't playing any other games. So that's why there's so much MC on this channel now. Trying to get all fast and cool. But I'm thinking that I might end up picking up Borderlands 2. It's coming out, and one of the things is about Borderlands 2 is that it doesn't have that it's been done feeling because it's brand new. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on the Borderlands tutorials that I've done in the past. So I think I'm going to continue that trend. I think that I'm going to play Borderlands 2. It's a fun game. I love the graphics. Normally it's a game that's played on Xbox. I think I'm going to do it on PC. It is available for PC. I think I'm going to do it on PC. And so you can obviously leave a comment and tell me what you think. I always hope that you guys say that, yes, do Borderlands, that'd be great. But I can understand if it's not your cup of tea. But at the same time, I want to do other things because I'm really frightened that I'm going to get burned out on Minecraft. And I don't want that to happen. Because I love the game so much. I want to always have fun with it. But in a very short time, or fairly short time, we've put out 104 episodes of Surviving Sliptopia. And I want to do 104 more. But at the same time, I do want to make sure that I have a sane mind when I when I do the episodes and stuff. So that's kind of just my thoughts on that. On the channel and such. The Ultimate Frisbee was cool. I said in the video I was going to be hanging out with some guys from a Bethesda software group. It was kind of a little bit, how can I describe it? It was kind of like, hey, what's up? This is John and Sam and Ben and Jerry, and yeah, we're playing Ultimate Frisbee. Those guys work at BSG, and what's up? Hey, catch a Frisbee! Oh, there's a fucking run! And it was just like 2.5 hours of kind of insanity. So I also kind of didn't want to feel like a douche and be like, hey, what's up? Nice Frisbee. I would love to work for you. So I decided that I think that hanging out and playing UF was just kind of more about getting some good exercise and hanging out with some cool people, and it doesn't need to be about like trying to get a job or whatever. It still was super fun, and I think I'm going to be really sore. And for some reason, it's funny when you start to like do the exercise thing and get healthy. That begins to become fun. So as you can see, the slime farm works good. We still kind of have it half torn down, and I'm actually down there working, so I'm not getting a huge amount of spawns. And it's working fine. And the object of the... I got to redesign this thing, obviously. But the object, the reason that we're doing the slime farm is to get slimes. To get slime balls. So just in case you were wondering, just in building it, I've gotten this many slime balls. So 9... What's this? 9? 1, 2, 3... 9, 18, 22, 23, 24, almost 25 stacks. So just in building the slime farm, I have more slime balls than I most likely will ever need, which is kind of funny. Oh, what up? So, but it's a cool integrated part of the world, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be super cool once it's totally complete, and I can just come over and turn it on and off, and see it all happen. I am a little bit concerned about how this will look, and I don't really know what design I'm going to go with. I think it's in a decent spot. I was thinking about moving it right over here, but I like this and its proximity to the spawner. We might probably get a few more spawns because we're closer to the spawner. We're closer to that high spawn density ring that goes on. If you guys aren't familiar, if I'm not mistaken, you'll get spawns with 144 blocks in every direction of you, but from 24 to 36, I know it starts at 24 to I think 36, the spawn rates are drastically increased. So, I don't know if I'm within 24 or not. The other thing that's helping us out here as well is I've talked to Woolly Creeper a little bit more about this, and I kind of had found that this was the case, but I wasn't sure. But it seems that slimes work on a different despawn algorithm than other mobs. They just don't seem to despawn. Oh, and I wanted to talk about something else as well today. I want to show you how I move these guys because I have to go to the X-ray machine. I can't show you. I can't dig it up. It's all one by one, so I can't fit into it. But I had some trouble moving them. And originally, what I was doing was I was building. I'll just use snow. I was building like a 5 high or a 4 or 5. So I would go like this, and then I would step it up and go up again like that. So in a zigzag, 5 and 5 and 5 all the way up. What I was finding is that the slime farm is so efficient that they were jamming at this intersection. So the ladders go up. It's a 1 by 1, so there's only this room in here. If you understand what I'm saying, this block is the only air block. Everything else is it was all surrounded like this. And they would get to the top, and they would jam at the top of the ladder. And there is a behavior mechanic for slimes where they have like a get off the ladder thing that goes on. I'm gonna go see if I got some Soak Touch. But they have this. It's not like they just come right up at the top of the ladder and then exit the ladder immediately. They stall for a second. And then what was going on is that second of stall, there was so many slimes coming, is they were kind of bunching up to the point where... do I have another? I need some... Huh. How many levels do I have? 18? I have so many Soak Touch picks. I'm going to put a Soak Touch pick in here for us to use. I'll put it in that slot for now. And we're totally lost. So many were coming up that they were jamming in there. And so I tried a couple of different things to get them to not jam. And what I ended up coming up with was using water over the top of the transition. So here you can see there's a couple of weird dark blocks in there where there are air blocks, but here you can see what's going on with the slimes and kind of see how what I've done is I put a water source block on and then move them 9 blocks. So what happens is they come up about 15, they move over 9. They come up 15, they move over 9. They come up 15, they move over 9. They come up 15. They don't move over 9 here. And when I was making this, what I found was that this seems to... See how quickly they transition from moving up to moving forward? The water block, they stop climbing and start swimming. And that stops that strange behavior where they take a break at the top of the ladder. It just transitions them much more quickly. Now, the 15 high, you can see that this slime just walked down and then starting to come back up. A lot of times if they encounter a blockage, like if they bump into another slime, they'll start to move backwards and they'll go all the way down and then start coming all the way back up. There isn't really anything like that. See this guy? Now he'll just come right back up. There's not much you can do about that behavior besides change the game code. We can't really stop them from doing that. The other thing was that I had tried placing, it seems that the reason I went over 8 blocks and then left this block unwatered, I tried placing the water behind the ladder. So like a few blocks behind so they weren't coming into a source block. See how I curved it? It's because I didn't want them coming into a source block right here that's shorter. Because if I make the source block here, this piece of water is thicker. That thicker water, for some reason, I think it hits the slime's clipping box, the mask. It causes different behavior from them, and it causes them to jump and go backwards a little bit. That going backwards behavior really causes problems. Every time they go backwards, they hit a slime. That slime goes backwards, it hits another slime. That slime goes backwards, it hits another slime. And it just made this huge mess. So what I ended up trying is it, for some reason, seems that the last water block, you know, the water gets thinner and thinner and thinner. The last water block doesn't seem to cause that. See, we got a little something here. Well, that's like a big blockage. All right, there we go. The last water block doesn't cause that weird jumping backwards behavior. It seems to let them transition forward more easily. What a big guy. So they transition forward more easily. And there's still going to be blocks. See, I got some guys spawning down here. I got to half slab that out. But there seems to still be some blockages, but from my testing, and I sat here for quite a while, this seems to be the best system. Also, I did a little bit of testing with because I had remember these blocks where the water blocks where the slimes fall. I had those 3 wide, and that was to catch the slimes more easily. It seems that all of the slimes still catch it. The chance is that they catch on the water is the least likely with the smallest slimes. But as you can see, guys, I mean, the efficiency on this thing is amazing. Like, it's just kind of unbelievable how many slimes it makes. And it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be high efficiency. And it takes a minute for it to get geared up. But it does work really good. So yeah, you can see that was a stack and some. And I was just hanging out for, what do you think, 3 minutes? And there's a stack of slime balls in there. So I think we have achievement get slime farm as soon as we beautificate it up all the way. It's going to look really cool. I am going to wire it up and put an on-off switch up here. And I have to redesign the collection area so that I can get all of the balls. I'm interested to see how efficient it is, or if I get any spawns because of the dispenser issue. I may end up just putting half slabs there. I think that it's efficient enough that if I half slab those out, I want to be able to turn it off all the way. You know those little spaces where I said where the water's not gonna completely touch, like in the X formation. I may half slab that just so that I can completely turn it off. I won't know until I get it wired up and then turn it off with the water and see what happens. Also, I'm going to end up putting some lighting in here and adding a switch inside because I want to have the ability to turn these spawners on and off and that spawner on and off so that if I want just slimes, I get just slimes. If I want just mobs, I get just mobs. And I think maybe this also needs to have a little bit of additional, I don't know. I guess they don't really, it's so funny, they don't really hang out that long on the spawn pads. They pretty much all just move away pretty quick. So I don't think these need to be reworked. But I do think some lighting in there would be good. And it will be a little bit tough because the top of this is really only, I think, 2 below. So I'll have to put lighting in the edges. But yeah, I think it's going to be kind of cool to be able to turn those on and off and turn these on and off. So yeah, that's the Monday episode. I don't know how long it's been going. Do you know how long it's been going? I don't have any idea how long it's been going. What I do know is that I have a lot of work to do. And boy, oh boy, a legit Let's Play takes a lot of time, or can take a lot of time. I spent a couple hours the other day getting snow, and then a couple hours today as well. So, what up, little guy? Oh my god, with the slurpy slurping. But I'm pretty satisfied with how this all looks. I think it's really kind of a neat build. If you have I am not able to think of the word I want to use. An opinion on how she looks. Let me know in the comments section. And then, as always, I appreciate you guys' help with the channel. You are amazing. So if you liked the video, we appreciate a kind reminder to hit the like button. And you can always share and favorite if you'd like as well. Also, just another reminder, Twitter and Facebook links are in the description. Hit the Facebook like if you got Facebooks, and then you can get, I do mostly postings of what videos are coming out there, but also I've started to post some other stuff. So it's just kind of a thing that you can get a little updates. And then Twitter, I'm super active. So if you want to, if you have a Twitter account, you can get lots of cool updates there. That's wicked annoying, guys. Oh my gosh, listen to it. Ah, the sound of peaceful building. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope that you guys had fun, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Chaos!